Here is a bit of a puzzle game. This is a Sony HDR-SR11 camcorder. This was listed on eBay for parts or repair without any useful article description. So I took a gamble and bought this for €30. It did arrive in one piece, but I quickly got to find out what the problem is, and given the nature of this disassembly, I think you can already guess too. Yeah, the LCD screen is cracked right there, all across the screen. About 90% of the screen remain black, so it's totally unusable. But to my surprise, even for such a relatively old model, this is from about 2008, I was able to find a replacement screen. Here it is. This also came off eBay. I paid €40 for this, which doesn't really make sense considering the whole camcorder only cost 30, but oh well, it had to be done. So let's move all this to the side for now. We're going to need it later on and take a look at this assembly. Now this is basically a sort of a sandwich. We have the touch panel all the way on the front, and that still works. Behind of it is the LCD panel, which is cracked. And behind of that is the backlight assembly. Then the backlight assembly has this loose piece of metal behind of it. And then finally on the back we have this circuit board. And this is the first thing that has to come off. So let's move in a bit closer without blocking the light. And now they use different types of clips in this. And this is, I think, the type that you flip this up. You flip it up. And this you flip up like so. And then these connectors will come out like so, and like so. And then we have this connector right here, and that you pull out the front bit like so, and then this comes out. This is, I think this is the connector for the backlight. These are for the LCD screen, and then over here another one that you pull out like so. This one is for the touch panel. So circuit board comes off. Now the next thing is the backlight, which we will need to recycle into the new LCD. Now this is held in place by these tabs all around. And now I've already found out that these are kind of reluctant to come off. Let's see if I can do it. Yeah, there is one. And yeah, okay, there is one. Let's move on to the other side. Do this one. Yep, okay. And the bottom should, yeah, that just comes free like so. And then we have this as the backlight assembly. Now let's make sure it's not too badly bent around here. No, that looks fine, and this side looks fine as well. Maybe yeah, okay. See, this is very, very easy to bend. So there is the old screen. So let's bring in the new screen. There it is. Now, it's obviously not exactly the same thing, though I will say they do look pretty similar. And I don't expect this one to be as good as the original screen, but oh well. Does this have... yeah, it does have a protective film also on the back, so we'll get rid of that. And then we're just going to drop this screen into place, like so. Let's get this lined up. I'm not so sure if recording this was such a good idea. I keep having to look past the camera, and then of course I can't make sure that everything that I do is in focus, but I'd say that that looks pretty good. Now, the backlight is not held on by much, so... Now, then we have this, which I think it goes around this way. This plastic sheet has come off. That's not helpful. Oh dear. Let's put that back in place. Like so. I think that goes on like so. Pretty sure it does. Yeah, this is this thing right here. There is a sort of a tab up on the top for whatever reason, and it kind of lines up with that. So I think this is the right way around. Then the circuit board comes into here, and it does fit in. It does fit into these tabs. It's not held by the tabs, but it has to fit into there, like so. That seems about right. And then let's see, let's get the connectors back in. We have, that is the backlight. Okay, that's the backlight back in. Then comes the first LCD screen connector. This is all very, very fragile. Yeah, that's not good. Oh, come on. This is, yeah, this could be some fun. Right here. I don't really know. I can't really think of a tool that I could use to make this any easier. If I use, like, you know, some tweezers or something, there is always the risk of you know, scraping into these ribbon connectors and damaging them. So let's see. Should I try some tweezers? Okay, these are really not the best. Oh yes, but they did the trick. That cable is now in. So let's continue. Oops, cable is pulling. Should I take off that sticker? I guess it's... oh, it just rips apart if you try to take it off. Oh well, we'll ignore the sticker. Open up this connector again. Use the tweezers to feed this ribbon cable in place, and very, very carefully use the tweezers. Don't scratch the cable. That seems to be good. Okay. And oh, this is now really pulling on the circuit board. And then the final one is this one. Turn that around and feed it into there, like so. Close up that connector. And, well, it's all a bit stubborn, but that should be it, I guess. Now, let's bring in the camcorder and... Okay, so the first thing that has to go back in is this button assembly that goes into here. That should go into there, I think. Oh, and now this has come out. Well, this is... Let's move you up a bit higher. Okay. Then this... That doesn't really make any sense. Oh. Yeah. If you try to put it in upside down, it's not going to work, is it? Let's see. Move it. Okay, that is in, but it is being blocked by all these random bits and pieces that have now come out. Oh, this stupid assembly itself is now falling apart. Okay, that should now be in. Okay, yeah, there is the button thing. So now I have to, thanks to the tension of the ribbon cables, this thing is all fallen apart again. So I now have to try to put that back together single-handed. That seems about right. So let's bring that in. Oh, yeah. would help. This is the time to take off the protective film, like so. Don't put that into the frame with the protective film, because then it won't come off anymore. Okay, let's not trap that ribbon cable. Okay, that has got... Well, that's helpful. Now the whole frame has come off. That was not supposed to happen, but I guess... No, let's put it together like this then. I'm just hoping that if I put it together away from the camcorder, it's not going to block the whole thing from going back together. Now this stupid circuit board is now in there at an angle. Now it's fully out. Okay, right, that is in, like so. So I guess now is the time to put in the first 2 screws. Now these are silver coarse thread screws. All the other screws are black fine thread. Okay. Okay, that's looking good. Then, this circuit board is still coming out. Then this ribbon cable needs to be fed back in right there. Let's see, how does this connector work? Oh, okay, so this needs to go in on top. Let's use the tweezers to feed that in, like so. Okay, that is that connector closed. Okay, and now the whole thing needs to go back onto the camcorder, like so, I guess. Okay, Let's install 2 more screws, and that's finally going to lock that circuit board in place. Okay. There goes screw number 4. And the screen assembly has come off again. Now that I think this is not held in by anything at this point, so we'll just have to put these. See, this is a flip up type connector, so we'll feed this ribbon cable back into there. That's of course the connection into the camera body. Okay, that's in. Close the connector, and this just plugs straight into there. There is nothing locking that in place. Okay, and now, see, the original, I did take note of that. The original screen, these the axis from the ribbon cables was folded in like so. So we'll have to try and replicate that when I put the back of the LCD screen back on. But then again, I'm just thinking this would be a good time to test the whole thing. So I guess we'll do that instead. We should be able to get a picture from this now, if we're very, very careful. Okay. I have prepared the power supply, so let's plug that in, and here comes the moment of truth. And that is very, very dark. Huh. That's very, very dark, yes. Now, we can see the backlight is on, but there is no picture on the screen. So, turn that off again. Good thing I tested that, because this back thing clips on, so it would have been very annoying to unclip that again. So, I guess really all we can do is reseat those connectors, I guess. Let's see. This one, I mean, it all seems to be in the right way around. Okay. That is in. Close that up again. This one. Oh, that was not in all the way. Okay, close that back up again. Oh, the other one doesn't seem to be in there quite right either. I'm pretty sure I did put them in correctly. Maybe they came out again as I was manipulating the board. Okay, so connectors have been reseated. Let's be extra careful with them. Plug in power. Turn on the camera. Ah, there we go. Yep, that's what I want to see. Okay. Zoom does work, but, well, that's not the point. Let's turn it off again. And put this whole thing back together. That should be good. Now, I'm going to put on this cover. Let's fold this open all the way, like so. Hook this on right here without trapping any of the ribbon cables. That's not hooking on properly. Down there, that's annoying. Oh, okay. That went on a lot faster than I could confirm that it all went well. That seems to be in place now. So let's try it once again, because I am a little bit paranoid after this mess that we may have ripped out those ribbon cables again. Nope, still displaying a picture. This actually does look pretty good. This looks, if I remember correctly, the original screen didn't look any better than this one either. So that is a very, very good replacement, in fact. You see, this is not the first HDR-SR11 that I've had. I had this camcorder as my main camcorder for many years, from around about 2011 until about 2014. So I know this thing inside and out. Now, to put this back together, this is the tricky part. This is the reason why this hinge cover has to come off. The screws for the screen that hold the screen together are on the side, and they're kind of hidden. So it's a little bit difficult to maneuver the screws into there. Let's see if I can arrange the camera so that you can see. Okay, so that goes, yeah, I need to close this up a little bit more. See, feed the screw into there. Yeah, and you have to get it to go past the metal work of the camera body. Ooh, that doesn't sound right. Let's see. Can I? Yeah, I can move it outwards a little bit. And then, yep, there we go. Okay, that's in. And there is another one at the bottom, right in there. Let's see. There you can see it. Ooh, something is making ugly noises. Something's making crunchy noises. I don't like that. Let's see, can I? Yeah, you can't really get into there very well. Okay, making ugly noises, but the screw is in. Okay, that's that. And now, I guess you could probably free this up a little bit if you took out these screws and took out the entire hinge, but of course the risk would be of everything just randomly falling apart, and of course you don't want to damage any of the cables that connect the screen to the camera body. So now this decorative piece can go back on. See, this kind of clips in place as well. Well, that clipped in place very easily. That is secured in place from here. And oh dear, oh no, there are 1, 2, 3, and I have 3 screws left over. That's the way I like it. When you take apart a camcorder and don't have a screw left over. Okay, so that goes in here. All the screws are the same length. That's helpful. goes in right there. And then the final screw goes in down there. Okay. Right. That's good. Now, let's plug in power once again and see what happens. If it still works. Yep, still works. I think I will call this a successful repair. Well, actually, no. We're not quite there yet. Let's see. Oh, the touchscreen works. Just skip past all that. Okay. Now this camcorder records on a hard disk drive. Yeah, that's a blast from the past. So, given that the hard disk drive appears to be working, let's press record. And we're now making a test recording on the Sony HDR-SR11. Let's move this around a little bit. There is the phone that has recorded the video up until now. And how long did this take? About 32 minutes. Okay. Well, I guess that was a success. Thank you for watching.